The content of this radio show is to provide information and entertainment purposes only and should not be considered advice or a recommendation. Thing or Two About Life Total is an adult podcast and recommended for mature audiences only. No content from the radio show can be used without the permission of Thing or Two About Life Total. Thank you.
I am so into me, but I can learn a thing or two from you. I can weather the storm all by myself, but I'm so glad I got a total crew.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back into another episode of Thing or Two About Life. It is the Total Podcast. I am Mario, and I am joined by the fam. We're a little light tonight, but we're going to make it do what it do like we always do. We're going to have some fun. We just going to talk, do what we always do. All right, we're going to get in here, get out tonight. We're going to start with Leon, because the show seems to flow smooth when we introduce Leon first. How you doing, bro?
What's going on, everybody? Mr. Triple H, Mr. Make It Do What It Do in the building one more again. Ready to get this thing popping and cracking. So let's get it going.
All right. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Producer extraordinaire, how you doing, baby?
I'm good, Mario. How are you this evening? And hopefully everybody's out there is good as well.
Okay, Mama D, seems like you're going to have some work cut out for you tonight. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Been on a retreat. I feel a little wholesome tonight. Learned some things about myself and others. I want to welcome everybody here. Some of the road rats are here. Everybody's not here. But we'll see. And as Triple H said, we're going to let it do what it do.
We're going to let it do what it do. But just to let everybody know, we did have the equivalence of what we consider to be Bigfoot or the Loch Ness Monster and Janine in here at one point, but y'all missed it. So she make an appearance every so often, so y'all missed it. Okay, so well, let's get it going. Marlena, you kick back in whenever you can, and we'll go from there. I see she just dumped out, but
yeah,
we'll go from there. All right, let's start off with something crazy, and I hope nobody ever have to choose, but we're gonna put it out there. Leon, I'm gonna start with you. If you had to choose, Leon, which this is a dumb question because I don't know nobody who would choose this, but you choose your parents, your spouse, or your kids. If you I don't know, let's just make up a scenario. If it was a burning building, who you going to save first, Leon?
Who you going to say first?
You know that is.
I would have to say I'd go say the spouse first because, got to sleep with her every once in a while, The kids, parents, they're going to be all right.
Oh, I didn't even think you would say, oh my goodness.
I gotta admit, I was side. Yeah, that one kind of took me aback too. I just knew you were gonna say Mom Dukes.
I was gonna say that, but
Mom, hey, Mom come in strong second.
Wow.
Come in strong second,
Okay, all right. Well, hey, ain't nothing wrong with that.
Shit now.
So your logic behind the whole thing is, hey, look, and I know at some point I'm gonna need that there.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, yeah, Mom, I love you to death, but yeah, I got to go home to this one.
All right, I got you. Oh, Mama D, I know we had a pre-talk, but just hypothetically, who you choose?
Okay, so for the audience sake, and our pre-talk, I told them that I have none of them. But at this, are you talking about in this point in my life?
Sure.
Okay, so in this point in my life, I would pick my children because I'm too old to try to make any more babies.
Okay.
If I were younger, I'd be like Leon. I'd have to pick my spouse because we can make some more babies.
Damn them kids.
And my
Okay.
parents were older. My parents are older, so they closer to death than they are to life. And I know that's a hard thing to say, but I mean it's true. But yeah,
I mean, the question is the question. It's a hard question to really rationalize. Well, for some people it's not hard, but for me it would be. But
yeah.
I mean that's true. I mean that's you're trying to put logic to an illogical thing, so we
So
can't
now,
knock you for it.
now, yeah, I would save my children. But if I were
Okay.
younger, I would save my spouse.
All right, Andrea.
Woo, baby. If I just had to choose. Lord Jesus. I would say my spouse, and then I attempt to go back to get how many kids.
Oh, wow.
You gonna hear that Family Feud sound?
Love
No,
you.
you can't
Love
go.
you.
You ain't got but one to go get. After that, the building caving in. You know how these movies be. You can't go in but one time.
Man, that's a hard
It
decision right
is.
there. That's a hard decision. It would be my spouse.
Say the man, girl. Just go ahead. That's what you want
It
to
would
say.
be my spouse.
See what I
Love
said?
you. I love y'all. I really do. I love y'all. Brought y'all in the world and all of that. But y'all tend to get on my nerves sometimes. Just love you.
See what I say? Damn them kids.
Leon, why you trying to act like you anti-children? Get out of here.
I'm just saying, damn them kids.
You said I'm not anti-kids. I'm just saying in this situation. I'm going total opposite. I'm picking my mom. I mean, I can find another wife. I can get more kids. I'll pick my mama straight up. I mean, young, old. Right now, I'm picking my mama. Period. Point blank.
Wow.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, you know what I mean. I mean, don't like you said, it's a hard thing to do, and my wife will be next, and then then the kids, cause I'm like Leah, have some more goddamn kids. You can have some more kids.
Damn them kids. They be all right.
Leon.
They the one probably start fighting the goddamn way.
The wife could have started the fire. How you, boy, please. Oh,
Hey,
wow.
he got a point now. Oh, Miss Meow, are you back?
I'm back. Thank
Okay,
you.
great. All right, are you ready to answer the $1 million question?
What's the $1 million question?
The $1 million question is, if there was a fire and you could only say one of these three groups of people, your parents, your spouse, or your kids, who are you saving?
Oh, Lord. Probably my kids.
Wow. Okay. All right. There you go. And why? Why not the other two? Give us some context. I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say this because I developed these, I mothered these, I nurtured them, and I feel that nobody is more a part of me than my children.
Okay. That's definitely, I mean, can't nobody knock you for that. This is not a right or wrong type of thing. This is what your personal choice is. But for the record, you the only person to pick them damn kids first.
And It's okay. Everybody has their, preference. But yeah, I
In
think I
fact,
just
Madeline's bestest friend said, "Damn them kids."
Damn them kids. They probably filed the fine anyway.
my bestest friend has his right to his opinion or whatever his
No, wait.
choice is.
Time out here. Is he your bestest friend or Madeline's bestest friend?
Well, me and Madeline both bestest friend.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
He's me and Madeline's both bestest friend.
I wasn't saying you can't
My
start
best.
blurring the lines now.
He's my best friend. He's Madeline's bestest friend.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right, I got you. So, Marlena, since you just came in, what would you be more afraid to do? More afraid to fall in love or more afraid to be hurt at this point in your life?
More afraid to be hurt.
Do tell. Explain.
Because I believe so much in love and care about being in love, it wouldn't be a hard thing for me to do. But it'd be a hard thing, to get out of hurt, to be hurt and have to get over it. It's hardest for me to do that than it is to fall in love or to be in love.
Okay. Now let me ask you this, and I'll go to Andrea next. Now they say as humans, right, that the human body or the human psyche is made to handle all type of things, right? No matter what you think you can't handle, you don't know until you pressed into that situation, and then all of a sudden you find out, oh, you can't handle this. But how come it seems like hurt is the one thing that we as humans could never wrap our mind around it? It seems like after so much time in your life, you've been hurt a few times. Why we just can't never get used to it and just brush it off your shoulder and keep it moving?
Ooh, that's a good question, Mario. I guess because of the way that it feels, it's different from being happy, and it's different from being, it's different from our regular lifestyle. When you're hurt, it affects everything that you do. It affects your mental, your physical, all of your well-being, and it's such a struggle. It's such a struggle, and it's just not something that goes away easily. It's a process of getting through hurt.
Okay. All right, Andrea, I'm gonna come to you. Same question. What would you, at this point in your life, are you more afraid to fall in love or be hurt?
At this point, I would say I'm more afraid of being hurt again. I mean, I'm truly ready to be in love with someone, but that hurt that sometimes comes along with it, I can really do without. So yes, being hurt all over again.
Okay, but I ask you the same question. Why, if I don't know, if you was to be a plumber or somebody who does something with his hands, you build up a callus on it, and at that point, right there, it don't hurt anymore. You're just so used to doing it. Why when it comes to hurt, we can't build that callus up to just say, okay, I've been hurt. I don't know. I'm 40, 50. I've been through hurt quite a few times, but you're still afraid of. Why?
Because once you put your feelings and emotions into someone, and you're putting your all there, you don't expect for somebody to hope that somebody doesn't come in and just tear all of that down and just and just make you feel some type of way all over again. Hopefully you've had those conversations and explain to him or her what your past hurts have been, and hopefully they can understand that and try not to do those things to hurt you.
Okay. But at this point in your life, and I'm just playing devil's advocate, I mean, I understand that some things that happen in this world and in this life, we just can't explain. It is what it is. But
Right.
have you had, and at this particular point, have you had more heartbreak in your life than had fallen in love in your life at this point? Which one have you had more of?
I've had more heartbreak.
Okay. And
I
that's what.
at this point, I can honestly say that I may have been in love maybe once.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if you've had heartbreak more than you've had love, why is the you still hold out the optimism for love but afraid of the heartbreak when you've had you get what I'm saying? It's a twisted
Yeah, I get it.
combo. You know what I'm saying? The twisted somebody help me out here.
So let me say it like this. The age groups that we are in now, hopefully by this time in people's lives, they are ready to stop playing the games, ready to move forward in life with someone and be with that only one, and without all the other bull crap that comes along with it. Where we are now, we should be ready to be more stable with someone.
I mean, I agree with that. I was just trying to get into the psyche of it, try to understand it. Because, like I said, I know that there are things we can't put our finger on. I mean, I get it. How you see it, Miss Dinetta? More afraid to love or more afraid to be hurt?
I am not afraid to love because I'm prepared for that. I'm more afraid of being hurt. I don't handle hurt very well. And I don't like the feeling of it, to tell you the truth.
Right.
Like more being in love than I do hurt. And if it's something or someone that I love and they don't love me back, I would prefer that they tell me instead of just, stringing me on.
Okay.
And yeah, I would hurt for a minute. But if I like that person and I want to stay friends with them, I would tell them, I really appreciate you telling me, being honest. But, I would ask if we could remain friends. And if we could remain friends, that's cool. Because I could have a platonic relationship with that person. If I like
Okay.
them, I like that particular person like that, yeah.
All right. Now, before we go to Leon real quick, I want to ask the women this. Does hurt worse than love feel good? Which one do you think is more powerful? And I hope y'all understand what I'm asking. Does
Dude, I think hurt hurts worse.
which one you think is more powerful?
Love in itself is more powerful, but when you have a love hurt, that gets down to your core.
Yes.
Because and the reason I say that, and I'll just speak for myself, as for me, when I fall in love hard, and that the whole essence of me is involved in that particular love. So when I hurt, you have hurt me down to the core. I mean, it's almost like you've just stripped me. And sometimes it takes a while for me to to rejuvenate myself from that.
Okay, once again, let me play devil's advocate. One would say, why don't you adjust the way you love so you won't have to love so hard?
Hey, say what?
I said, one would ask that, why wouldn't you adjust the way that you love so you wouldn't love so hard. Instead of making the person like your whole world, just make them a part of your world.
Because that's not the way. No,
Right. I
love.
mean,
I'm gonna love that person with all of me and the whole essence of me, and my life is centered around that person. I'm not saying that that's the only thing I think about, but that particular person would be the one that I want to make happy. I want them to be proud of me, and I be proud of him. Um, Everybody else will be second fiddle. That person is the one that takes the most attention in my life. Um, and and when I say I love hard, I don't mean that my whole life is totally centered around that person, but it is my job to make sure, again, and I'll go back to the Bible said that a woman is a compliment to me, and I want to make sure that I am his complement, and I am his completion. So that would assure that he won't see somebody else to try to complete him, because I'm the one that will do that.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go to you, Lee Jack. More afraid to be hurt, more afraid to fall in love.
And the overwhelming topic, answer is afraid to be hurt. Because like Ms. Donetta said, loving is the simple part, of any person or any being. Is the easiest thing to do is to love someone or love someone other than yourself. But when you involve hurt, you involve a lot of other things. You involve anger, you involve animosity, you involve feelings that you thought were being played on in a certain way, being put into a vice in another way. And when you bubble all those things up and you hit somebody like that and you got them, to the point where they're hurting, they tend to want to lash out and sometimes get even or find, ways to make you feel hurt right back.
Yeah.
So, you know, with the way the world is right now, when people get hurt, they tend to lash out in ways that you wouldn't expect them to lash out in, and it might be detrimental in some cases when they lash out because of their hurt.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, quite a few people who have done quote unquote mass shootings were spurred upon by somebody did something that hurt them. You know what I mean? And I know that's taking it to the extreme, but it just is. So do you think, with that being said, Leon, that we live in a world now where we don't teach people how to truly process feelings and what to do with them now? That's why everybody can't deal with certain things when it comes to feelings anymore.
No, we ain't teaching them how to process love. We ain't teaching them how to process hurt. All we teaching them how to process is getting revenge on somebody in multiple different ways that they really don't know how to deal with anything. So yeah, this this world, like I've said time and time again, the way we grew up ain't the way they growing up nowadays. Because the morals and the way we were taught to deal with things as kids, these parents nowadays ain't teaching their kids the way that we was taught. We was brought up. Some of them do, but not the majority of them ain't doing it. That's why they have so many things go wrong and so many kids going the way that they're going, because they wasn't taught to respect one another, and to deal with your problems, to talk out your problems, or how to come to a resolution in a way that doesn't hurt anybody, mentally or in long term physically, but y'all can deal with it at that moment and then make up and then go back to being cool, or just, choose not to be cool no more and move on.
Yeah, I agree.
I want to piggyback off of something Ms. Donnell said. This is just dealing with me though. Like she said, I love hard, but if I'm gonna give you all my heart and love you, I expect the same thing back. Yes, true enough, people don't love the same way, but I need to feel some of that affection back towards me. I can't just give a person half of me. I don't know how to do that. It's either all or nothing. And my guy Teddy, he said it best. It's all good loving somebody when you have somebody to love you back.
But even you just said it's either all or nothing, and a lot of times you come up with nothing. So you saying you're never comfortable, or you haven't got used, or at least made peace with. There's the possibility that nothing could come from.
At some point, yes, you do have to make peace with it within yourself. It may take you some time to make peace with that, but some people take it and just hold it there and never move on from that. Me, myself, I know that, okay, yes, this is hurting right now, but I got to get myself up out of this.
Okay.
And move on with life. It is what it is. I'm one of those people who, if I'm with you, I'm with you. I ain't gonna be halfway with you. I'm with you. I'm all in.
Okay.
I'm not gonna cheat. I'm not gonna none of that because I don't have time for all.
All right. Before we put a little bow on this one and move on, Marlena, would you like to add something to this?
You love with your whole heart, your whole soul, and you give everything, that's why people say I love them with every fiber of my being, because you give up everything that it means to you to love someone. And when you do that, it is very hard to process when somebody hurts you, when you're giving them everything that you have.
I can understand that. I mean, once again, for podcast purposes, I'll ask questions, that, I mean, just maybe some people out there might be thinking, but I understand. I mean, I get it, you know what I mean? But I do have to ask questions like, that we want it, and we always just say, okay, me and this person, we say we committed, you all in, you level with somebody, but it truly seems like we be truly blindsided and just sacked when it don't go right, even though most of us who have had relationships that don't go right way more than we've got it right, but we still be truly sideswiped when it go wrong. And I just wonder, why is that?
We have that hope that it'll work out.
Sure. Yeah, because there's no real guarantees, but
that part you really don't.
You just put in all of that effort, and hoping that is for the best. But you can't go in it half-ass and then believe that it's going to work out for you. That's not going to happen. So you give it your best and believe that it's going to happen.
But a lot of people do go in a half-ass. If you heard women say all the time, I knew you were that way. You know what I mean? I knew that it was going to happen. I knew you were going to be like that. You know what I'm saying? Which means that you kind of went in and half-assed it, right?
Well, if that's what they're saying, I guess you're right, but they shouldn't be as hurt as they're probably not as hurt as somebody who don't feel like that. Don't feel like that, because women who are truly hurt, or men who are truly hurt, don't say, I knew you was going to be like that.
That's true.
Right.
Being on
Yeah.
a job,
That you didn't know that they were going to be like that if they're truly hurt.
Yeah, that's true. Or either that's just a defense mechanism type saying thing to say because you're really hiding the fact that you're really hurt. So, okay. I mean, that's cool. We got that in. Did Mitch ever come back?
yeah, he's back, but he's still on mute.
Oh, okay. All right. Miss Donetta, would you care to go into our advice segment of the day? What would you do?
What would you do if you were planning a party or having a party or picnic or a gathering or whatever at your home? You already had invitations out and your guests started arriving, but they were also bringing people that were not invited.
Mm.
What would you?
I mean, you pick it, Miss Donetta. Who you want to go first on that? You pick it.
We'll start with Mr. Lee.
Oh
We'll
boy.
get this done first.
What would I do?
Yeah, what would you
First of all, I'd be like, hold up, wait a minute, time out. All these peoples. We had to get an understanding who invited who. Now, because look, your friends ain't my friends. You know, my friends ain't your friends.
True.
So, you
So
know, just because you invited somebody, huh?
would you ask them to leave?
Hell yeah, they man, they friends. No, you don't. Hey, I invited you. I didn't invite you and whoever else you wanted to invite without asking me. Both of y'all get the hell out. No. I ain't seen nobody in here.
Okay, so I'm like Mario now. Let me play devil's advocate. What if they come bearing gifts, such as some drink, alcohol drink, or whatever.
Don't butter me up. No, you ask me because, like I said at first, who I'm cool with and who you cool with may not be the same people, and we may not be on the same page. So no, you better ask me first, especially coming to my place, my sanctuary, my little space. You ain't bringing everybody and their mama.
So give us an example on how you would ask them to leave.
Where you think you going?
He probably would ask him. Like, I'm just, this is
y'all can't be up in here. Y'all got to go.
wow.
Got to go.
Y'all got to.
Well, let's to the other spectrum here. Marlena, what would you do? Because you got more couth than Triple H. Let me ask you what you would do.
If I would be pissed, probably. And, you know, I would probably allow them to stay, given that I have enough food or drinks or whatever to cover everybody that I did not invite. And I would pull my friend to the side and I would let them know that I didn't like it. And from that point on, whenever I invite you to something, if I don't say you can bring a guest, don't bring them. You know. And on the other hand, if I'm having a party and if I'm having like a catered party and I'm paying for a certain amount of plates or something like that, and they come with some uninvited guests, they got to go.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Mario?
I'm going back to what Lee Jack said about the my friends and your friends ain't the same, because I'm from Atlanta, right? So you can't invite everybody to your party. You invite the people that you know is a good mix, and ain't no shit gonna start. You understand?
Right.
So I don't know these folks right here. I don't know who they're associated with. I don't know if they got beef with these people. You know what I'm saying? You have to keep that in mind, because usually when you put a party list together, you invite the people you think is gonna make the party turn out to be good, have a good time. We all get along together. Anybody that's troublemakers or people like that, you tend to don't invite their ass. You know, or the people you just be like, if Chuck coming, I ain't fucking going. You know what I mean? So I don't know them, so they can't stay.
And it makes your party uncomfortable, you know?
Yes.
It makes you uncomfortable when you don't know people. And then you gotta, you know, with your crew, you don't have to watch everybody. You know,
Yep.
You know they don't steal. You know they ain't gonna walk out with your shit. You know they're not gonna start no fight. You be comfortable and mingle with your friends without having to watch everybody and see what everybody's doing. When people start coming into your space that you don't know, it makes you uncomfortable. And then your guests see you uncomfortable, they gonna be uncomfortable. And the whole party is gonna be thrown off.
And it turns into that thing where the friend that invited them is the only person kind of over there with them, right? Talking to them and stuff like that. And everybody else kind of off doing their thing. And like you said, it just makes it for an awkward moment. So in order for that to be happening, I tell my friend and say, hey, look, hey, just to keep this thing right, you got to go too. Like Leon said, you got to go too. I mean, just you invited them, so you're gonna have to say fake, because he can't go out there and say, hey, well, because you know that's what he gonna do. Whoever your friend is gonna go out there and say, well, he said y'all got to go. You know what I mean? So, and I'll come out there and say, no, I didn't say y'all got to go. I said, including you too. Y'all got to go. All y'all.
Okay, sure. All right, Andrea.
Oh, my bad. Sorry about that. But yeah, I'm with everybody else on that. If I invite you, don't come bringing other folks to my house too, or wherever we at. Call me and let me know first, or something. Call me, ask me. That's just the respectful thing to do. Other than that, y'all got to get the fuck out. Bye. See you. Why? Because you didn't call me. You didn't make me aware. And not only that, I don't know you. And what if you bringing somebody to my house or wherever we at that somebody don't get along with? I need to know these things. Other than that, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do for you. You know, I invited you, not your whole crew. Love you.
I know, right?
Oh my God.
And as long as they didn't make trouble, I did allow them to stay. There have been some instances where I've had to ask people to leave. But on the most part, whenever I have a party or something, I always prepare a whole lot more food than that's necessary. So I really don't have a problem with people bringing people, but I would prefer that they would ask first, because it might be somebody that I don't like, or they don't like me, or you know their energy is not going to fit with the energy of the rest of the group. But as far as immediately asking them to leave, I've never done that. But I have asked people to leave after they've had some negative things going on in the house. Yeah.
Okay. I give you that. Cause I mean, depending on what type of friends you got, y'all know sometimes it's friends that you say, okay, when Pee Wee come, we know that, okay, wash the liquor, or such and such gonna try to take a slab of ribs. You understand what we already got to deal with that shit. Now we got somebody new we don't know nothing about. At least we know at least I know what to expect from these people.
Right. And even along with that, let me ask this. Since we're talking about parties and stuff, how do you feel about people bringing their to-go plates? They'll bring something can take something back home. Because I know people do it. I've seen people do it.
Now, I've never
That's a
heard
no-no.
of that.
That's a no-no for me. You don't come expecting to take food back with you. Enjoy what you got while you're there. And if if in the end, if there's enough left over, then yeah, we can go back here and make you a plate to go or whatever. But don't come expecting already bringing your to-go plate. No, you don't do that. Because you're going to fix that to-go plate before the party even gets started, go sit in and put it in your car. We already know that game. No, that ain't cool. And then come back and eat what's left. No, that ain't cool.
Yeah, because the to-go plate is always, the rule on that is you don't even suggest or mention anything about to-go plate until the hostess or whoever hosting the party tell y'all, hey, y'all want something to go? Then that's where you don't ever suggest it or ever say, hey, let me get something to go. You let it be offered to you. But I ain't never seen nobody bring their own damn to-go plate.
We got some friends who are notorious for it. And don't bring that in here.
Now, let me ask this about a party. If you're invited to a party or whatnot, and you bring beverages or whatnot, alcoholic beverages or whatnot, and all the beverages don't get drank, do you take yours back with you, or do you leave them with the guest?
Take it back if the host or hostess tell me to take it back. Normally, I would leave it there because I bought it for people to drink.
Yeah.
So I don't expect them to get it back. But if they have not drank it, I won't even say anything about it. I will have whoever hosted the party come to me and say, "Di, just go ahead on and take the bottle back."
Yeah.
Or the drink back or whatever.
Yeah. If I bring something, I leave it. If they don't drink it, they don't drink it. It's if they don't drink it, it's a gift to the hostess. I don't take anything that I bring. I don't take it back. But I know some people who do. They ain't drinking.
They're taking it back home.
I know people like that too. And I know people who you'll tell bring a bottle or two and they say, we brought it, where's that in the car? Well, why you ain't bring it on then? I hope nobody wasn't gonna say nothing about it. You're like, what? We can't drink it in the car. Go get it.
Right.
So let's just face it. Sometimes you deal with niggas. I mean, I hate to say it, but we sometimes we do.
They bring it not to give it to nobody.
Hey, y'all know them people who bring stuff, or they'll put it in the corner,
I
put
never
it
heard them
somewhere out the way.
The car.
Yeah,
hey, they'll put it somewhere out the way.
Oh my God.
Wait, what'd you say, Leon?
And hopes that they don't ask for it or don't need it so they can take it back home with them.
Mm-hmm. I've seen people bring it and put it like back behind something just so to say they bring it, and at the end of the night, nobody didn't drink that. Oh, I guess I'll just take that on back with me then.
Right.
A lot of times when I see people do that, I'll just bring it to the forefront. I'll move it from behind something and put it at the top. Open it up. Ask, would you like for me to make you a drink? And then, go from there.
Mm-hmm.
See, we know who they are who do that all the time.
That's true.
And be the biggest drinkers in the house.
Exactly. And have you said those are the people that buy the least expensive type drink. They want to drink your top shelf stuff.
Right.
Come with some
and bring your bottle Burnett.
Or some Skull.
Not Burnett.
Yeah.
What? They come in there with some Wild Irish Rose or some bullshit like.
Oh my God.
Wow. So when y'all having parties, do y'all have a party? Do you put a time limit on it, or is it until?
The last two parties I had, I didn't have a time limit on them. But then again, they was just family, so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll say younger back in the day, there was no time limit, but now since I'm older, yeah, about 1 o'clock ish, I need to be heading on out that door. 12:30, we heading on out that door, going to your house because I need to lay it down.
Ain't that's funny how times have changed? You remember, it used to be a time you wouldn't even hit a party at 12:30.
That's true.
You wouldn't even hit a party at 12. Now you talking about 12. Everybody need to be back home and sleep.
It all depends on what the party is, because we give cart parties and sometimes they can last to 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. You ain't really paying attention. But just a normal gathering type thing. Yeah, about 12:30, I'm starting to clean up. I'm starting to put this shit up.
But most of the time, if you have a party, you have like a paid DJ, and he's only going to play for so many hours. So once the DJ leaves, other people start fading out. Anyway, there's usually a time limit to come, but not a time limit to leave.
Oh, okay. Because once my DJ started winding down and say he about to go, I'm gonna have him announce last drink, last call. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's
That's what
time
they
to go.
do.
I'm gonna have him announce it so everybody
And then
knows.
they say you ain't got to go home, but you got to get up out of here.
Yeah, that's tell him just like Martin used to say, you ain't got to go home, but you got to get the hell up out of here. Get to stepping. So at this point in your life, Leon, would you feel comfortable throwing an old school house party? Could you do that in today's time now?
With my friends and family, yeah, but with just anybody, I doubt it. Because my friends and family know, hey, I ain't for too much of that foolishness, but just to have a old school house party, just everybody come and anybody come, nah, because folks don't respect your shit like they used to.
Yeah, they don't. He don't even mind, They don't.
What about you, Dre? Could you do an old school house party?
Now?
Yeah. Would you feel comfortable doing it?
Would be with my friends and family, yeah, but just a lot of people, different people, no. Because like Leon said, people don't take care of your stuff.
Okay, yeah. It's amazing how things have changed. Cause you remember you be in school, you be like such and such and say, Tasha having a party, everybody going to the party. You ain't even got no invite. You just heard from that Tasha having a party, and we all roll.
That's when we was young.
And that's what I was getting ready to say. Like back in the day, everybody knew, especially if my mom was on 3 to 11 or whatever, our house was the house. You came hang out, did what we set up, play cards and music, whatever. Our house was the house. But even sometimes if she was there, she would let everybody come on and we would just have a good time. There were no fights or anything like that. But these days, no, people just ain't the same.
No, they just ain't. People shooting people at damn fireworks display. What the fuck are you arguing about? All you doing is looking up. What you arguing about? I just don't get it, man. I just don't get it. Oh my goodness. All right, let's real quick. And I don't even really want to do this, but this is thing or two about life. We kind of talk about everything. If a friend called you up right now, Miss Dinetta, and said, I just need somebody to talk to, I feel alone, and I'm thinking about ending it all. What you saying to him?
Bye.
What?
What? You gonna edit that part out? Now, okay, wait a minute. Hold up, Mario. Take a breath. Ms. Donetta, you take a breath too. Mario asks again.
Miss Donetta, because 9 times out of 10, the motherfuckers don't mean the shit no way. So why not push?
But you do have those people that actually mean it though.
9
Y'all
times
know
out of 10, the motherfuckers don't
I
believe
wanted
that shit
to-
because
but
they
I
called
wanted
you.
to do that. I wanted to see the expression on y'all's face. Y'all should have seen y'all's faces, man. It was wow.
Yes, because I didn't expect that.
I know you did. I know you didn't, baby. Um, First of all, in all actuality, I try to find out what's going on and why they feel like they wanted to take their lives. I would also pray with them, of course, and I would try to reason with them why that's not the answer. Um, and I guess it all depends on the circumstance, on why and everything. But I would try to get to the crux of what the problem is and why they feel like they don't need to be here. You know, I would also, if they have children, I would bring them in and say, you know, what do you want us to tell your child or your children or your family or whatever to see that they are worth something and that they mean something in the world and they mean something to their family and they mean something to me. I mean, I would be honored because you felt the necessity of calling me, even though that ain't what I wanted to hear, but I would do my best to try to talk them out of it and would help them to try to get some help if they needed me to assist them in going to a doctor and or speaking to a therapist or whatever. I would do my best to, you know, because I got some contacts of some people who are therapists and counselors and stuff that could help them, and I would try to do that. Is that a
Okay,
better answer?
that is a better answer.
Okay.
But we gonna shift that right back on over to the lead jack, because I'm more along the lines of the thinking of what he is saying. Go ahead and go say what you were saying, bro.
Because I feel like Joe Clark at times, you know, when he was talking to Sands on top of the building. Goddamn it,
Mm-hmm.
you gonna jump, go on jump then, nigga, jump. Jump, kill yourself. Quit putting it down. What you calling me for? You know, I'm just saying, because 9 times out of 10, if they reaching out and telling you, well, I'm finna do this, they ain't trying to do it. It's a cry for help, it's a plea for help, but they ain't trying to do it. So, you know, sometimes you need to call that person bluff. You're like, okay, you gonna do it, then gonna do it, then nigga. Go on do it. Jump. Jump, nigga, jump. Then find out, well, why you trying to jump? What's so bad about things that you want to jump? You know, like I say, a lot of times these folks ain't really trying to do what they trying to say they doing because, you know, it's just like an act or a cry for help or a need or want for attention. And they know they can get some attention from somebody.
And that's what I was gonna say. That now everybody know. I mean, from the little kids up to the grown kids, they know that if you say you want to kill yourself, that's a stop everything what you doing moment for everybody and pay attention to you. And everybody knows it at this particular point. That when you say that, anybody within earshot is finna come to a grinding halt and give you complete attention. You instantly become the center of the earth at that point for everybody within the ear who heard, I feel like killing myself. I want to kill myself. And some people love that shit, that attention, that you know, until they get their fill of it until the next time. You know. So I mean, I tend to look at it like that too. What do you say, Shug?
Me and the person, we got to have a conversation about why. I mean, let's sit down, figure this thing out. What is it that's hurting you so bad that has brought you to this point? I know everybody has situations and things, but what is yours? Tell me this right now so we can try to figure this out together. Um, there are better ways that we can go about handling whatever it is that's going on with you other than you taking your life. That should be your last. It shouldn't even be a thought at all. No, you can't do this. And try to get them the best help that I can if I can't help them myself.
Okay. I got you. I mean, that's definitely one way to go about it. Marlena, what you saying? Your friend call you up, say I can't do this no more. I'm about to end it all.
Same as Dinetta and Andrea. I want to know what your issue is that makes you feel like that you're not important enough to live. We're gonna be on the phone all night because you ain't gonna end your life. Not on my watch. Not and I'm gonna do everything in my power to try to help this person. They're feeling this type of way. They didn't call anybody. They're not in no crowd making a scene. They're in their own space with this dark thought. And so, I'm not going to feel like that they're just straddling for attention. I'm going to literally feel like that they feel worthless at this point, and that I need to build them up to the point where they feel that they are important, that they have something to live for. I'm not going to leave them out on a limb. And if it's, and if, in fact, that it is an attention thing, it may be just an attention thing, but I'm not going to take it like that because I feel that every life is worth living. And if somebody brings that to me, I'm just going to do whatever I can do in my power to make sure that they don't end their life.
Okay. What do you say to the theory that, cause it's a whole art, I don't want to say art, let me just say science to I forgot what they call it, the study of something that once somebody tell you, like a friend, a family member, that they want to kill themselves, you have to talk. They say it changes the dynamic between you and that person. They say at that particular point, that person has unnecessarily placed a burden upon you to sort of kind of be their protector. And then if they happen to kill themselves, they say that that guilt from you not being able to save them that they chose to put you in transfers into you. Do you believe that?
I mean, I don't because, and I wouldn't because I did my part on trying to help you in your situation, and you didn't want to take the advice or seek the help that we needed to help get you about it. This I did my part, so I'm not gonna let that weigh on me because you still decided to take your life. I did my part. All I can do is pray about it and keep moving. I'm sorry. I can't feel guilty about you taking your life after you came to me asking me for help or seeking out help, and I tried my best to help you. No, I can't feel guilty about that. I'm sorry. That may seem a little bit harsh, but I'm sorry. I'm not going to feel guilty about it. Why? Because I know I tried my best.
Oh, I remember.
No
it's a version of what they call survivor's remorse.
Well, that wouldn't be me. I'm on the same page as Andrea. Whenever you do whatever you can, and they come to you and they ask you, for your assistance, and you give it to them. There's no guilt in that. You did what you could, and you hung in there with them. But if they ended up taking their own life, you have that comfort for yourself that I did everything that I could. I didn't neglect them. I didn't turn my back on them. I was with them until they decided to do whatever it is they wanted to do to make that decision to heal themselves. So at that point, it's completely out of my hands. And I don't have no guilt for that. I have comfort that I did whatever I could to help them. I was going to ask you if they can't do anything or try to do anything.
Okay, what about you, Miss Dinetta? Do you believe that if you're the type of person that feel I could have did more to save them, then all of a sudden that guilt and that remorse goes over into you because you felt like you couldn't save them?
No, because I'm going to do all that I can, but you can't make anybody do anything. So if they have it in their mind that if that's what they're gonna do, then that's what happened. But would I feel remorse about it? I would feel a little bad about it, but not to the point that I would beat myself up about it. No.
Okay, now we go over to Leon. Leon, you done told them, God damn it, jump. And they jump. You feeling some type of way when you, cause y'all remember a couple years ago, the boyfriend and the girlfriend, the guy was in his pickup texting her that I'm gonna kill myself because you broke up with me or we or whatever. And she said, do it then. Damn it, if you gonna kill yourself, do it. And he did it. And they charged her and she went to jail for the shit.
Yeah.
They saying she told the man, the boy to kill himself, which that's highly debatable. But how you feeling? How you feeling, Leon?
If they choose, if that's the route that they choose to take, I mean, they was gonna do it anyway. But like I said, by me asking them or telling them, well, you're gonna do it, go on do it. Why you even call me in the first place? If that's what you were gonna do, you just calling me to make me feel sorry or some kind of way. Don't do that. If you're gonna do it, go on do it. If you ain't gonna do it, then we can talk about some other stuff. But no, don't call me try to get me on some kind of guilt trip.
Okay, but they do. They jump off the roof and splatter themselves, and you gotta watch. You hear the splash and the thump, and you're not feeling no type of nothing about it. After you said jump.
Yeah, I had to deal with it on my end because they went ahead and did it. But they was gonna if they was gonna like I said, if they was gonna do it, they gonna do it. 9 times out of 10, if they call you and tell you they gonna do it, they really ain't trying to do it. They trying to get some kind of guilt or sympathy or kind of some kind of rise out of you in order for you to make you feel sorry for them when they, trying to put a guilt trip on you or something. No, don't do that.
Okay. I mean, I agree, man. I mean, I do understand how you could transfer that type of stuff into somebody because that all depends on what your personality type is. That's not everybody, you know what I mean? And if you one of them people that feel like, it's a failure because you couldn't come through for some people, whether you say, oh, I'll be over there, then you couldn't make it. Some people be going into depressions about they let people down and shit. It just depends on what your personality type is. So I can understand how it could get transferred into somebody because you couldn't save them. But ultimately, like all y'all said, that burden does not lie on the person that was trying to help the person. It's not my fault that they was at a bad spot and they decided to do something. I can't hold myself accountable for something that was in play long before they made that call to me. So
Mario, my sister Diane is in and she's been listening, so she knows what the question is. Maybe we can see what she thinks about it.
Okay, Diane, how are you? How you doing, Diane?
I'm good. I just snuck in. I'm coming from San Antonio and was checking to see if y'all was still in. So my thought on that is if they say they're gonna do it, believe them. Even if they say it a few times, because you never know how deep and dark that person's thought process is, and maybe they scared to do it, and but sometimes they are just reaching out. But what I would do, because I'm not a mental health specialist, I would call the cops and have somebody go and get that person and have them sent to the hospital for monitoring until they figure out either they still do or they don't. They get medication in order to fix those thoughts, because mental health is real. Mental illness is real. So even if you count on the low thinking, oh, they just want attention, you don't know.
How many times do they get though before you get tired of that? Because it's chronic people who chronic on a week-to-week basis saying they're gonna kill themselves? How many times you get before you like Leon said, look, if you gonna do it, you tired of hearing it?
Oh, it depends on how many times they want to get locked up, because you're gonna get, as far as I'm concerned, if you tell me something like that, I'm calling the law.
Each and every
And you're
time.
gonna get locked. Absolutely. And you're gonna get not locked up, but placed in a mental facility. At least they gonna at least have you there for a week, and you have to go before a judge to show that you're better. You know what I mean? So that depends on how many times they want to be locked up. Because I'm
But
sending them.
you also talking to somebody, Mario, who has to be a reporter. She has no choice. When somebody does that to her, she has to report it.
But you know what? Yes, that is. I am mandated, but I think everybody should
yeah.
do that. Not just mandated people, because you never know, it might save a life. I had a family member that was acting bizarre. They were saying they want to do homicide, not suicide, but they were, they had a lot of mental illnesses. I went and picked them up because they were talking crazy. And they came to my house. They was checking the doors. They was, and she's a army vet. She had PTSD and everything. I took her butt to the VA, and they kept her. They kept her for a couple of weeks, and she really did. She needed help before she hurt somebody. Um, because even in the facility, she was fighting and things of that nature. But now she's better. They have her on medication. She's stable. She's in college. Yeah. So it's real, but no, the best thing you can do, because sometimes talking to people help, but it don't necessarily um correct what's going on, then and now, because some people really just want to die.
No,
Just depending on
some
how
people do.
depressed they are. I mean, you can't explain that brain and why it's thinking how it's thinking, you know. But yeah, I'm calling the law, or I'm taking you to the hospital myself
Okay, so
each
real
and
quick,
every time.
do you believe in that that version of survivor's remorse? Like if they told you they was gonna kill themselves and you couldn't stop them and they did it, do you believe in that transference of guilt, placing that burden on you? Do you believe in that, or you wouldn't feel it?
I do. Well, because I'm gonna try to do everything I can to stop it, and if it still happens, you'll feel it a little bit, because you think you could have done something soon, or you should have caught it before. You should have been able to see it. But just like that dancer who worked on the Ellen show, nobody knew. Nobody knew. He was happy. He, well, had a job, I guess. Then he just killed himself. Robin Williams. It's just so many. You just don't know. So now, I mean, I can't live with that guilt on a day-to-day basis, but you always wonder if it's something that you could have done. I think that's just normal. But
Okay.
living with the guilt, no.
All right. All right. Well, that's yeah. I mean, there's no way to transition to that. But while we got you real quick before we get up out of here, how you feel about if you invited somebody to your barbecue, your party or whatnot, then they brought other people, uninvited guests. What you saying to them? You cool with it? You making people leave? What's the move for you?
If I invited somebody to my barbecue and they brought a lot of people or a few people, because I would expect you to bring a plus one or maybe two, because otherwise you're gonna just be sitting there by yourself. But you mean like a gang of people?
I guess, yeah, uninvited guests. Yeah, enough people would make you be like, who the hell are these folks?
I say, who the hell are these folks? Now, I would not necessarily make people leave. I would hope they brought bottles, because don't come empty-handed with all these people. But we will have a conversation. But I'm not gonna turn up and make people leave.
Oh, Well, you are definitely in the minority here. I think Marlena said that maybe she would let them stay if they wasn't rowdy. That's what you said, Marlena?
Yeah.
And
That's what
I,
I
and
said too. I
I
said that.
did say that, and Dinetta said it also, that we would
Oh.
not turn them away, but I would have a conversation with the person that I initially invited. You know, if you're going to bring other people, make sure that I know, or ask me
Okay.
if it's okay.
Yeah.
But once they're there, I wouldn't turn them away. You know, and hoping and praying there'll be some decent guests.
Well,
They start acting up, they gonna have to go.
Yeah, exactly.
all right, real quick, Diane. Yeah, let's say a burning building. You got to go in and choose one group of these people. Who you choosing? Your parents, your spouse, or your kids. You can only get one of those out that burning building. Who you choose?
Man, fuck them kids. No, I'm just joking.
Tell the truth. Don't get the truth. Ain't no fuck them. Fuck them
That's
They
what
kids.
can't give me what I need. No, I'm joking. That's
Don't be
hard.
playing. It's true.
That's hard. I'll probably get my babies. I don't want to answer that question, but I'll probably get my babies, even though they don't appreciate your ass.
They started the fire.
They don't appreciate you, huh?
They started the fire.
When the kids started the fire. Oh, see.
That's Leon throwing that in there. But Mitch is here as well. Mitch is here as well, Mario.
Huh?
I said Mitch is here as well.
Oh, okay. All right, Mitch. You in a position?
Yeah, what's up?
Okay. We just asked Miss Diane the same thing. Burning building. You can only choose one group. Your parents, spouse, or kids. Who you getting, Mitch?
That's the wrong person to ask.
Who you getting, Mitch?
I ain't getting none of them. I'm gonna let them all go.
Oh wow.
So you
Ooh.
just gonna stand there and be
Why?
like
Why is
Usher and
that?
let it burn?
Cross my leg and put a cigar in my mouth.
Damn.
So why would you let everybody go? Why would you let everybody go?
Because it ain't fair for me to save one group and I save them all.
So you just say que sera, sera to all of them.
The life insurance policy.
Boy, say it again. You remember
No,
you
that
said
ain't my word.
kids,
That's
fuck them
your
all.
word.
Fuck them all.
So you gonna go down to you know what I'm saying, Allstate and claim all three policies, huh?
All three.
Wow.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It would be my children.
Okay.
I'd save my children. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's do a quick recap. Lee Jack say he taking the spouse. Miss Donetta say she taking the spouse first, right?
Right.
Marlena says she taking the kids.
Yep.
And Drill says she taking the spouse. Miss Diane says she taking the kids, and you say you taking the kids.
I changed my mind. I want my spouse.
If you wait a minute. Neither one of them got one, but they talking about they taking them. Where they do that at?
It's
Where they do that at?
In all
Hey,
actuality, I don't have any of those. So it was just me. So
I
it was just
I got
yeah.
And I said,
Damn,
damn, I'm saying my mama. Damn that.
Mama almost 90, so you know she was probably gonna go in a year or two.
And that's
You
what
know.
I said my parents were old, so they didn't already live their lives. So you know.
I was just about to say that. That's weird. Miss Donetta said the same thing, pretty much.
Yeah.
That they don't live. I mean, that's an interesting thing to see how everybody's mind works about how they see shit. You know what I mean?
As much as I would love my spouse, I wouldn't save my spouse because your spouses is the ones that cheat on you and stuff.
Oh, there you go.
They cheat on you and stuff. And then you save them and then save your kids. And then you be like, I should save my damn kids. You're cheating at
too hard. That's too hard of a decision. But you have to understand, you can do everything because I save my kids every day, not from burning. They don't care, and they don't appreciate it, and they still gonna put me in a dirty nursing home.
Right.
They start.
And don't take us wrong. And don't take us wrong. We love our kids. We love them. With their little bad asses. Love you. We love you.
Love my spouse too with his cheating ass. But his ass is gone.
But you know the truth about this, and I mean, and I know to a degree Diane was joking, but there's a lot of truth wrapped up in what she just said. That you do for your kids their whole life, and then like you said, for all y'all healthcare professionals, a lot of us still end up in homes, and a lot of them. And I ain't talking about the ones who physically just can't take care of themselves. I'm talking about people who still can do things, still end up in homes or in communities, you know, and your kids that don't be wanting nothing to do with you.
Right. Yeah, sometimes your spouse don't want nothing to do with you too.
Well, I mean, depends on, I guess it depends on the spouse, but I think they'll love you to death, do you part. And the kids will also, but you know, it's just iffy. They iffy. Yeah. That's why I wish I had more to pick from.
And that's what I say. I got 6. I just need 2 to do right. Damn the other 4. I just need 2 of them to do right.
That's it. But I love my baby.
You know, but I mean, and that's a harsh reality to deal with. Like I said, it's a lot of joking there, but it's some truth wrapped up into that. You know what I mean?
Let's turn this scenario around.
Okay.
If it was you, just you, and somebody had to save you, who do you think would come save you first? Your kids, your spouse, or your parents?
My spouse.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, to me, that's an easy.
That's why I want one.
Yep, that's what I'd say, spouse. That's not even a hard one for me.
They're not gonna save y'all asses because they the one with the insurance policy.
Or sometimes your kids and stuff, if we being honest, love you because, you know what I'm saying, you've been there for them and that's what they know. You know what I mean? They almost don't have a choice, right? The spouse got choices to love you or not. So if they come in, that means that you know that they really choose to want to save you and they love you.
My baby's coming to get me.
I ain't saying that your kids wouldn't, but your kids would be, especially if you got 3 or 4 of them, you'll be dead by the time they figure out which one going in there to get you.
Got nothing but 2, but I know how my kids.
One quick last scenario, real quick, and we'll end it on this. There was a guy. He dated a girl when he was 21 years old. And when he dated her, she was 21 too. She had a 2-year-old kid at the time he started dating her. By the time they broke up, the baby was 4. It was a daughter. So fast forward 20-something years later, or maybe 30 years later, by the time the little girl is 30 now, they broke up and he never seen a little girl since she was 4. Never talked to the mom again. They just broke up because she said that she didn't like the way that he was a family man. She wanted him to pull all the attention into her instead of the little girl. He treated the little girl like that was his own little girl, you know. So he broke up with her, never saw again for 30 years. And finally ran into the little girl. She 32 at the time. And invited her out. She realized she remembered him. She realized that she liked him. And at this particular time, she got a thing for older men. And he asked the question, would it be wrong to date this girl? Leah?
Yes. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That would be so wrong, so wrong. You'd have been in this child's life.
That's incest.
You've been in this child's life.
He was only in her life for 2 years.
Okay, regardless to whatever, 2 years, 4 years, 5 years, you've been in this child's life, dating a mama. Now you want to turn around and start dating a daughter? Hell no, that's some bullshit right there. That's that
What?
WPS type of
That's some
shit
R.
right there.
Kelly type
That's
stuff. That sound like
WPS.
R. Kelly all over.
That's that
Wait a
WPS.
minute. How's that R. Kelly? She 30, 2 years old.
But she met the
That bad,
baby
huh?
at 2. He met the baby at 2. Ain't no reason that should be a connection. That's your stepdaddy.
No,
That
that's not.
Stepdaddy.
they
It
ain't had no
is. She
relationship.
raised him as her daddy.
No, she did not.
He raised her as her daughter, his daughter.
No, he just knew her for 2 years. That's it.
So,
No, he was
you
dating
been
the
in a
mama
the
and
thing
raising the
is you
baby.
been the
For 2
thing
years.
is
They dated for 2
he been
years.
in a
That's it.
relationship with the mama. No, come
You
on
was
now.
in a relationship with her 30 years ago for 2 years.
Yeah,
I
30
don't
years
care.
ago.
I don't care. It don't matter. No,
Find
see
somebody else.
y'all think like
Go
that.
find
No,
somebody
no.
else. There's too many women in this world to be wanting your 4-year-old daughter.
That's not that damn man's
That's a
daughter.
pet palette. What was you doing? You was looking at her back then?
That's what I be thinking. You was looking at her back then. No, nasty fucker.
Oh, damn well that.
No.
So y'all telling me 30 years don't make a difference?
It don't make a difference, none whatsoever. No.
No.
I'm not saying that I would do this. I'm just saying I'm trying to
What
see
you
it from
find?
both sides of the
I was
coin.
on $310
Ain't no
and
other side.
97
No.
Yeah.
You can't, even if I'm living at that age, you can't come to me and say, "Oh, mama, you remember such and such and such and so that you used to date back in the day? We date now." Hell no.
Yeah, I
That's
have a
wrong.
problem with my daughter.
Even a child shouldn't want to go behind his or her, the parents. No. That's just something that you don't do. You don't do that. You don't do that. I'm sorry.
All right, Lee Jack, what's your thoughts on this?
Who wants to with it?
Well, first of all, like I said, first of all, it was 30 years ago. The child was 2 years old. And when y'all split up, there was 4, the child was 4. And you ain't seen her in 30 years. That's 34 years, 30 years ago. She 34
Yep.
now. Y'all don't know
Yep.
each other. Y'all ain't 9 times out of 10, you done forgot all about it. Like Mario said, you don't talk to the mama no more. You ain't talk to the child. You ain't talk to the kid no more. And then just out of the blue, y'all just happen to meet. And she into older guys, so she into you. And then all of a sudden, y'all talking or whatever, and then you remember, okay, yeah, I remember your mama. And then the question is asked, should you date her? Okay, I can see if you have some apprehensions about dating her or whatever. But at the same time, it shouldn't be a thing because that ain't your child. Y'all ain't, that's something totally different. But, if she know that you was dating your mama, she should feel some type of way about that, wanting to date you because, you was with her mama.
Wrong
Well, you
answer.
got people that don't care.
And you should feel some type of way as well. Even coming to you with that.
He needs to
Like,
go
for
sit
real,
that
for real.
old weenie down somewhere.
Right.
Come on now, not the old weenie.
Very old.
Wow.
All right, Mitch, what you feel about that?
He shouldn't do that. It's one of those things about.
Is that her stepdaddy?
I wouldn't say stepdaddy, but what I would say is it's too close.
Mm-hmm.
In my grandparents' days, if my uncle was dating somebody and they had children of my age, they were off limits. Like they were my family, even though they weren't even married. It goes back to stuff like that. And then too, how you gonna mess with somebody that birthed a child and then mess with them too. No, that's like Woody Allen. He growing his own coochie. No, we ain't doing that. No, not doing that. I couldn't do that.
Okay. All right. Let's go back to Diane. I just like R. Kelly, Diane.
It's similar to R. Kelly because it makes you think. If you are comfortable dating someone that you raised as your child,
Right.
you said he was really into the baby and raising her like it was his own daughter. That's a daughter-dad relationship, even though they broke up. You should not be comfortable trying to date this young woman, and it's a million other women out there. I don't care if you're 30 years old. That was once your stepdaughter.
Right.
I mean, I agree with that 100%. But if you ain't seen somebody in 30 something years, it's not like he trying to date her. She trying to date him.
But
Wouldn't
he
matter,
asked,
Mario.
it must be on his mind too.
Cause he know better. That's not right. He know it's not right. That's why it's on his mind like that.
Because if he wasn't trying or it wasn't a thought, this wouldn't even be a topic.
Exactly.
Well, but
No.
maybe he just wanted to see is anybody else got that going through this bullshit like me? Maybe because no matter what scenario you throw out there, it's gonna somebody be in the comments. Hey man, this just happened to me last year. It's always somebody who's going through the same shit.
He want a
Well, you
Channing
about
and
right.
Tatum. No.
So Mario, are you saying that it wouldn't bother you? You would date
I
him?
ain't said that at all. I'm just saying.
What would it bother you?
So what are you
Would it bother
saying?
you?
I'm saying that as a grown man, I can understand what an angst and the reservation come in at. But at the same time, you ain't saw somebody in a lifetime. You have no bonds to this person whatsoever.
Okay,
So
so
you personally, would you date?
you do it.
Yeah, would
The,
you go ahead and do it?
and the
No,
bond is
Mario.
to that
I
mama.
couldn't do it.
You
I
got
couldn't
soul
do it.
ties with that mama.
Not
Let's
only
go back
that,
to horn and
what about
horn.
diaper changes?
What?
What about diaper changes? Did you change the child's diaper? Did you bathe the
Yes.
child? Did you get
Yes.
that child dressed? I mean, it's those things right there. You see what I'm saying?
So
Yes.
Triple,
That's disgusting.
you because you know.
Do what?
You gonna let her
See?
change your diaper now with your old ass?
Yep. Yep.
First of all, we've
Y'all,
always had,
y'all
we've always
trading
been,
places. You're trading
I've always
places,
been,
diaper for diaper.
I've always been a firm believer in if I'm dating someone, she has to be at least 10 years older than my daughter. So my oldest daughter is 26, so she had to be at least 10 years older than her. So if I was dating her, then if I had kids, so yeah, she wouldn't even be in the picture of the people I be dating. So, that wouldn't even been a conversation that we would have to have.
I ain't never thought about no 10 years older than my daughter trick.
Me either.
Yeah, anybody that date had to be at least 10 years older than my oldest child. Yeah, I don't play that.
Well, yeah. He's 28, so 38, yeah.
I don't know about all that now.
Shit,
Wait a
I
minute.
don't fuck around with nobody. I don't fuck around with nobody close to the age of my daughter. Nope.
No.
They be trying.
Yeah, they be trying, but I ain't no. That ain't like Diane said. I ain't that R. Kelly type. Ain't that R. Kelly type of party. Cause I be looking at it thinking like, damn, this girl is just the same age as my daughter. Hell no.
Girl, put it on me.
There you go.
Open up
I
the
just don't know what the hell's got to do with this.
He's nasty. But
What say you,
This ain't got nothing to do
Marlena?
with this. I'm just saying, I ain't going down the age, the age list of things. I'm just saying. You know, it got to be of age and then a little bit older than my oldest child. So yeah.
But that brings us another question too about the whole thing, and I answer this. Which is it? Sometimes you hear women say age don't matter, but now when they go too young, it matters. Does age really matter?
Because yeah, the people that it really do matter because they, like I said, like Miss Diane said, they looking at this R. Kelly thing and the way that it's playing out in the world today with all these people catching charges behind people saying, yeah, he raped me back then, and they pursuing him 20, 30 years down the road, aka Bill Cosby, behind some old fuck shit. So yeah, you got to be more perceptive on the age range that you dating in, and the consent of the age range, and when they say yes and when they say no, because you get yourself caught up in a whole bunch of bullshit if you don't.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
I
but
can
for
see
the
exactly where
women,
you're
does
coming from.
age matter though? I'm talking about as far as, because 1 minute it don't, next minute I want a young strap of land, next minute got to be my age. Which is it? Does it matter to y'all or doesn't it?
For me, it does.
It does to me too.
Miss
I
Donnell?
don't want to be. I don't want to date someone that my daughters can date. I don't want to date someone that the same as age as my son. So yes, age for me, age does matter.
The younger guys are immature, plus they just too frisky. They like doing all of these different positions, flipping, rubbing down. And I said, not that I would know personally, but I'm just assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever.
That sounds
Mm-hmm.
like you know a little something sour. Oh,
She got turned off by one of them little young boy trying to put in a Superman. That's all.
Ah,
2025 pretzel.
Yeah.
With that being said, how young is too young?
I'll probably do 42, 43. So maybe maybe 6 years down, 6 years up.
Okay.
Boy. Mm-mm.
What about you, Dinah?
I don't hear nobody throwing out no numbers.
okay. For me, it'd be about the same. My young wives, it would be 38, 39, somewhere along there, 40ish, somewhere along there. It got to be close to at least 40. Older, I would say for me, it would be about 52, 53, somewhere along there.
Okay.
I don't think I got any numbers. I just don't want nobody that got kids that's young. I ain't trying to raise no more kids. I'm not trying to do that no more. I'm
That's what I was
sorry. I
about
don't
to
mean
say.
no
I don't
harm,
know
but
about this number thing. Long they
I don't mean
legal
no harm.
and they, like you said, ain't around my children. I don't know about the number thing. I mean, I care more so about long they legal and they maturity level right.
More or less, but I just don't want any more children to having to deal with somebody else's children. Because there's too many attitudes with their kids, their ex, and then them, because they want you to treat them better than you treat your own. And no, I just don't want to deal with that no more. I'd be
But I
better
think
off, Go ahead.
men is more likely to date younger and even more younger than women,
Yeah.
because they just like young. They like
Not only
young. They
that,
like to be
Diane,
able to
they come at you
control,
though. The young women come at you. They
and you
come
take them.
at you. Well,
Right.
I ain't gonna say no, not all the time.
They
I
looking for
have,
sugar
but
daddy.
yeah,
but like
boy.
Martin said with the question, these younger women going after these older men.
They are. They
They looking
are.
for sugar daddies and life insurance policies.
Well, they can hang that up with me. Huh. Mm-mm. I ain't giving away
That's
no
what
lunch
they
money.
want. And in exchange, y'all think y'all getting some youth or somebody who y'all able to train or control and some tighter coochie.
Please.
I mean, if you're a
Not
man and
That
you
necessarily.
might
going
be
in,
wide open.
but
Exactly.
but as a man, if you going
Not
into that
necessarily
thinking
tighter.
anything other than physicality,
I
that's on
know.
you. That's on you. All you supposed to be looking for a whopper, that it. Anything else is a bonus, or anything else you allow yourself to feel, that's on you.
Yeah, that's true. That's
You
true.
said you looking for some WAP. What'd you say, Mario?
Yeah, you just supposed to be going in looking for some whap. That's it. Whap, whap, whatever. Tap, bap, jap. That's what you're supposed to be going in looking for, and just keep it right there. You don't supposed to be trying to worry about nothing else.
You ain't gotta
Yeah,
be
that's
young
true.
to have WAP. You could be older and still have WAP. I'm just saying.
You can be
Mm.
still older and still have whap, but you right.
What?
I ain't going down. Fuck that. I ain't going down that
But
road.
what? No,
Nope.
but what?
I have learned nothing. I was about to say, I'm like Schultz. I know nothing. I ain't finna say shit.
You know what? You sure right. You sure right.
Oh,
I ain't
boy.
going down that road. Mm-mm.
So Mario,
But yes.
how young would you date someone?
Like I said, I would be lying if I said that I didn't date to go out with someone that was younger than what my oldest daughter. My oldest daughter just turned 31, and last year I think this girl was 26. So I tried it. I mean, but like Diane said, us men maybe look at it a little different. But once again, once I realized, like I told y'all, I mentioned something about Jodeci, and she said, "Who?" I knew we were done. We
Yep.
were done here.
Yep.
So
That's true. That's true,
we were
Mario.
done here. It was nothing else to talk about at that particular point. So
Well, the whole thing in a nutshell with that though, Mario, the only thing you have in common with someone that young is sex. You don't have anything
sex.
else in common with them.
That's what
That's
I
it.
just said. You got to look for the WAP
So
and leave it at that.
you're just wasting your time and energy because really outside of that, they don't want nothing from you but some money. They don't really want no real time or no this or that. All they want is some money so they can go out and have a good time. And then they'll come right back to you, give you what you want. They'll go to sleep and start over the next day, and it'll be an ongoing thing. And you'll get tired of that before they will.
Yep. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. At that particular point, you're not even a sugar daddy. You are what?
No.
You are a personal financier. That's all you are.
That's exactly what you are.
A John.
That's exactly what you are. Exactly.
I mean, they say it goes by different names, but it's all the same.
Yep.
And some of us is too stupid to know that until it happens to you and you're in this cycle, and then you wake up looking at your bank account and you're like, what the hell did I do?
Yep.
Personal experience. I've done that. That's how I know. What the hell did I do?
Yeah.
So I can tell on myself because I've done it.
And that's why I say you got to look at it from a realistic standpoint. You got to say, look, I already know. Because the man who understands that, look, I was going to blow this 150 where we're going to be with the boys at the bar or whether it was going to be on this and that. I'm just choosing to give it to you. A lot of y'all be thinking y'all got over on us. I was going to blow this 150 anywhere it go. I just decided to give it to you.
This away, that away.
So as long as a man, once you cool with that and know that this is my pussy budget for the month, you cool. As long as you stay inside your pussy budget, you cool. You just don't go outside. You start having problem when you start overextending your pussy budget. That's all.
And they don't understand there is a budget. There is a budget for that.
What's
like
the budget?
Drinking smoke.
What's a pussy budget?
It depends on the man.
Yep, depends on the man. Some people got an insatiable appetite, so their pussy budget is high. And some guy only going to spend that 40 every month. That's it.
Yeah, that's true.
Spend that 40. It ain't 250.
Not 250. That 40. He gonna go to that other side of the town. You know what I'm talking about, on the other side of the track to get that. Going.
Over by Big Daddy.
That's what I'm saying. Lula May still over there in that damn shack selling it for 40.
God,
I
no.
guarantee you.
Dude, that just reminded me of something. Cause mine has been as high as what, 1,500 a month. Jeez.
Your
Huh?
It's a coochie
Your
budget. I
coochie budget
mean,
is $1,500 a month.
I said it has been as high as that.
Okay,
okay.
is it
Is that
is
high?
it you still got that for sale? What you
She said you still.
Lord.
is it still
See, see,
is that still
see that
negotiable?
didn't even look that great on you saying that. That wasn't even cute what you just said, how you did that. Wasn't even cute.
Skip that 1,500
She
extra a
said
month.
but see what y'all got to understand about the coochie bit. It's not necessarily all about the cooch. It's all the shit that go along with it. Let's say you want to take out
Right,
somewhere for the weekend. Y'all want to go on a little
right,
getaway, or you know
right.
go on a little trip. You know what I'm saying? It's not just per se straight for cooch. It's all the stuff to keep her in line to keep giving you the cooch.
bullshit. It's straight
Right.
coochie. But that's some bullshit. I don't believe that.
You
I'm
don't?
telling you,
You
you
don't?
don't have to believe it, but I'm just
You
telling
ain't
you.
you sure don't have to believe it.
I'm just telling you how
You
it
don't
goes.
have
No,
to
I,
believe it.
I believe it.
Because before you
'Cause
know
I know
it, you've
I
been
know
and spent
somebody who got.
yeah, before you know it, you've been and spent so much and you weren't even thinking about it. And when you look back, you're like, damn, I spent that much?
Yep.
Just whining
Yep.
and dining the females. I
Yeah,
get it.
Yeah, 'cause
just having a good time.
I know a lady to this day who don't date anybody unless they got some real money.
Yeah.
So
Hello,
are you
everyone.
that
You
you
don't
would
fool
spend
Hello.
no
I'm
even
back.
if you
if they got some real money.
Welcome back, Janine.
But when they
Thank
get to
you.
asking, it's different when they get to asking.
Hey, Janine.
Because see, it
Hey,
ain't the
hey.
same when they get to asking. It's
Yep.
totally different then.
Yep.
Cause it's like a bill then. It's not.
Yep.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Once
But
they ask,
so
the
my
allure of it is pop. You
so
pop the bubble. Once you start
You pop the
asking,
bubble.
you pop the bubble.
That's
It
it.
ain't the same no more.
so
Uh-uh.
would
but
you
this
pay
particular
that
lady
kind
don't
of money that
ask.
you're sleeping with, even though y'all going out together?
Wait, say that
Did you
again,
see
Miss
what you just
Dinetta.
did?
So would you still pay that kind of money out if you just going out with that person and not sleeping with them?
Hell to the no.
No.
But but you said
No.
about the coochie. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
I'm still saying what I say. I don't believe it. All right. Okay.
No. But
Donetta,
Yes, ma'am.
what they're saying is it's not just coochie per se. It's like if they take you on a trip or something, they'll go out to eat. They buy you some clothes. They buy you some shoes. Buy you a nice purse. It's just not about coochie, but they keeping you in their favor, so to speak, so they can keep getting the.
yes. And let's say
see,
if
Now,
you
you
know
got
she
it.
messing with another person, that what you doing for her puts you at the front of the line. Say she got choices on Friday night. You want to make sure if I got time on Friday night, I'm that choice.
Now, Mario. See, that doesn't work for me. If I'm doing this and that, that ain't happening. And if I'm finding out about it, see, it's over. Now, if we got an arrangement and I already know about this and that, it's different. But if I don't know about it, see, I can't do like that because I ain't gonna.
Typically, if a man is spending that kind of money, that she is just catering to him.
Exactly.
At least that's what she makes him think.
Yeah.
Yes.
But see,
Yes.
as long as that illusion,
that's what she makes him think.
right.
Of that.
But as long as that illusion is not, the bubble's not burst on that illusion, you're okay.
That's true.
But the
That's
moment
true.
that illusion is busted,
yeah, it's not
different.
the same. Yep.
Right.
Yeah.
That's just like somebody calling you.
If she's seeing somebody else, she's not gonna tell that. She's not gonna feel that, and it's always gonna be. And I'm saying this because not me, but I do know somebody who does this or has done this. And typically they are men who are not even in the same town, but when they get there, ain't nobody coming around. Nobody. But that man.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this is just all shit I heard. I don't really know nothing about this. So we just, this just hearsay. This all just hearsay. Oh man. So
not personal experience.
So since we've been friends for a while, Diane, I got a coupon code for 35% off. So will you take $9.50?
This coochie ain't discounted, baby.
will you take? I tell you what. Okay, what about $13.75?
Oh wow.
We can talk a little bit business.
Oh, okay, all right, cool.
These are all jokes, ladies and gentlemen, all jokes.
Yes,
these
are jokes, people. These are jokes. So okay, cool. All right, so wait a minute. So y'all telling me that if push comes to shove and y'all get to a certain point in your life where you just don't want to be in a relationship, you just kind of want him to come through and do whatever, but you were looking for a specific type, you wouldn't pay a dick bill?
No.
Cause y'all keep saying I can get dick anywhere, too many options. But is it the person you want to come screw you though?
When I get some dick, it's gonna be the person that I want to come through.
Hello.
Right, yeah. I'm not paying for no penis.
A lot of y'all do, y'all just don't know.
There you go, Diane.
Yes. That is true. You do just by especially if you care for the person, if they treating you right, you're gonna treat them right as well. But but I don't do the whining and dining. I don't do the whining and dining. The man does.
Mean to tell me you ain't flued nobody out nowhere?
No. I wish I would. I would be turned off because you okay with it. We had that discussion before. I remember that. I'd be uncomfortable with you being okay with me taking care of you. That's a turn off. I like a protector and a provider. Even if I can provide, I still want you to have that mentality.
Yeah.
So I ain't flying you nowhere.
Some of these women these days like to have men that like to flew their men's out.
No.
So would you accept money from a woman?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
In what context?
Yeah.
In what context?
Leave $40 on your table after a good time.
Shit, I'm worth more than $40, so
I know that goddamn right. Inflation say 40 ain't shit no more.
I mean that was, not saying it had to be $40, but
back in the day when I was doing that, it wasn't no $40 being left on the table. You had to add a couple zeros to that, baby.
Wait a minute, you was a hoe? You just blew my mind. Oh my gosh.
What did you think for all this time? Let the truth be told now, my brother.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Dang.
I mean,
pimping ain't easy, I tell you that.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
So the answer to that question is yes, Leon?
He didn't answer the question, did he?
No, he didn't. He went bounced all around it.
I ain't bounced all around nothing. She said it was $40 enough. I said it was not.
No, I didn't
No, after that, she said,
accept money. That's what I said.
Yeah, I accept some money, but it ain't gonna be no $40.
he said 4,000.
Oh, wow.
You better become correct or don't come at all, because there ain't no plaything.
But can we please dispel this theory right here, right? And once again, I'm not saying nobody, no prostitute. I'm not saying nobody to hoe, but y'all have accepted some money after sex before. It ain't necessarily been for the sex, but you know, y'all ain't never had nobody just here,
Somebody
baby, take
paid my
this.
phone bill and gave me, but it
So
wasn't
be
after
honest
no sex.
about it, cause we ain't the only people just dropping money off somewhere, and y'all keep telling people, "No, I ain't get paid to do nothing." No, it has happened.
I can only speak for me. I have not. Me either.
So we don't have no FCHs in this house.
No, who?
FCHs.
Funky cock holes.
There you go. Hot damn.
But it don't make you a funky cock hole. I mean, sometimes a dude just felt so good, that shit was good, girl. Tell you what, him, go buy yourself something nice. You wasn't asking for the money, he just broke you off.
Right.
Oh Lord, this has been an episode.
I have never gotten any money from somebody that I slept with.
Period.
I had a sugar daddy, but I didn't sleep with him.
Well,
Y'all ain't never tell me that thing been so good that y'all gave somebody, he just broke you off just because.
Yeah. Okay. You act like that's hard.
it was more so
valuable.
It was.
I could be doing something else. I wasn't getting no from him.
Oh man.
I'll just say it like this.
I think every man I was ever with gave me money.
Right. That's what I was going to say. In my days, I've gotten money, but I can't say it was after sex, but I got money from him. So I'll just say,
I got paid.
In life is free.
Oh.
That's what I'll say.
Okay, then. So wait a minute. Hold on. Say that one more time, Janine.
What, the nothing in life is free?
Yeah.
I've gotten money from the men, but maybe not per se after the sex, but I've gotten money from my men. But then I say, ain't nothing in life free. Ain't nothing free.
Okay, so if you say nothing in life free, then that has planted in his head, in order for him to get to where he got to go to, he got to peel off a few leaves off that lettuce, right?
But that's the dating period. You gotta wine and dine if you want a 69.
Okay, but what I'm trying to tell y'all, see, when it comes to us, y'all say that no matter what you call it, like Mitch just said a few minutes ago when we were talking, no matter what you call it, it's still the same thing. Y'all just terming it different. It's still the same shit.
Still the same shit.
I mean, we just good women. We don't want to say it like that.
Well,
okay, thank you for being honest. That's all I'm asking right now. We ain't got to take it no further. That's all I was saying.
Go back to the couple of shows ago. It's a double standard.
Yep, double standard. Yes,
double standard.
Yeah, that's what y'all call it. Double standard.
I ain't called it nothing.
But Marlena, you just said every man that you kind of ever dated has given you money, right?
They have. I mean, they gave it to me. I mean, what man wouldn't?
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
What decent man courting a woman or have a woman is not going to do something that's pleasing to her?
That's true.
And so y'all be thinking that a lot of men walking around doing it just for the sheer pleasure of your company and all of that, because y'all just such wonderful people. That's what you think a lot of men do it for?
Not a lot.
Right.
But we,
Yeah, I'm sure they probably in the back of
How it
their mind have
starts.
ulterior motives, but I ain't thinking like that. I just
Right.
appreciate,
We
the
we
gesture.
It ain't for
we
your
don't
bubbling
think like that.
personality.
Get up, Mitch.
Wow.
I'm just saying, y'all see, but this one, like Leon just said, double standard. See, just because y'all see it in y'all brain it one way, oh, it's cool. He just gave me this money because I'm such a fantastic person, right? That's what he's saying.
Yes,
And in
that's
his
what it
mind,
is.
I'm getting.
That
In
was
his mind, he's saying, I'm getting her this money because sooner or later I'm gonna fuck.
That's
You know, like
fine.
Wow.
We know
what
what you
did you
want.
say?
too old to
Of
even
course
think
you
about
do.
it. Wanted my company, and he wanted me to be his companion when he go out to dances and stuff, and to other places. No, he knew there was not going
But
to be any
see,
of that. It's too old
but see,
for it.
in his mind,
What did
going out
Tommy call it when he was
dancing
in court?
places, that was his fuck.
Yes, yes.
What you think? What, Leon?
In his mind, going out to those dances and those different events, that was his fuck.
Okay,
Okay.
then
Yes.
so that was what that was.
That's what it was.
And that's it.
Yep.
In his mind, that's what it was. He knew that you had already established up front that y'all wasn't having sex. So in his mind,
No,
going out
I
to
established
those,
that was not my rule. That was his.
okay. Well, his
Because
rule, his mind.
I was in my 30s and he was
Yeah,
in his 70s. So that was not
that,
my rule. That was his.
yeah, that in his mind, going out to those different events and different things, that was his nut.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So he
Wouldn't have
was
been mine.
paying for his nuts.
I actually dated somebody, the guy that was like 6'9", and I dated, and he was shaking at the movie theater. We never had sex, and he did a lot for me. He bought me my first Chanel perfume and clothes and things of that nature. And well, we hung out and things, but we never was sex. We never had sex.
Because he just wanted your company. He just liked being around you, and he was
That was
probably
his
too
sex.
old to even do anything.
No, he wasn't old.
He wasn't old.
No, he was a widower.
That was
Mm.
his sex.
And it might you might have reminded him of his
Yep.
wife that
I
passed.
looked
Yep.
like her when I saw a
That's
picture.
what it
When
was.
Yep.
I
That's
looked
what
like
I was
his
about to
wife.
say. Yep.
That's what
Yep.
it was. He just wanted your company, and it made him feel like he was with her. That's what it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
Dang, I shouldn't have let that go.
You sure
But
shouldn't have.
every situation there are extenuating circumstances, but the base core of it is they do it because not like I said, not every man, not everybody horn dog, but we all put down payments on it because it eventually we feel it may lead to screwing. And if it helps
I ain't
y'all
gonna even
for
lie.
y'all, go ahead.
I ain't gonna even lie. I am. I am. Right now, I am on my horn. Like a damn Woody Woodpecker pistol sharpener.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. But for the most part, most men put a down payment hoping that it leads to something. And a lot of time when we run into relationships, truth be told, we ain't really looking for it. Just having you just that girl who came in and made everything feel right and look good. But for the most part, we want to hit long before we say we want to be in a relationship.
Boy, say it again.
And it just
Mm.
happens that everything fell into
See
place
that.
and you ended up being, as Leon said, a good girl.
Right. And ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with the good ones. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. Ooh, boy, boy, boy.
Wait, this is kind of scary. Why the hell the women ain't saying nothing?
So we done heard this.
That's not scary, Mario. When they're quiet, their mind is working, boy. Don't you know? You know that by now. I know you know that.
I know, but usually when I say some shit like that, I get some type of pushback. Like, look, down there, go with that bullshit.
Dude, I feel like I've been popped in the head like 3 or 4 times already tonight.
Yeah.
So, you know. See?
Sometimes it does help us to hear another a man's perspective on things, and for us to just sit back and be quiet and process it, because as y'all have said before, y'all process things differently and see things differently than what we do. And it's not necessarily
right or wrong.
right or wrong, or that that we should disagree with it. So that's just why we're not saying anything, because it's just another perspective that we have to say,
Right.
Okay. All right, I got you. I got you. So, Janine, you still there?
No, I'm still here.
Whatever you drinking or whatever you smoking, I want some of that shit.
Oh,
My
all
camera,
right,
you can't see?
Okay, Janine, real quick before we get up
Yes.
out of here. Real quick.
Mhm.
You got one group of people to choose to get out the house, Janine. Either you on a house is on fire. Who you saving? Your mom, your parents, your spouse, or your kids? Who you saving?
All of them.
We only can pick one.
No go. Gotta pick one.
My children. Yeah, my children.
Okay. Why?
I mean, I've lived my life. My spouse has lived his, and so has my mom. So I let my children try to live their life. I have a life to live. But I would try to get us all out. I would want them to have a life to live, because I've lived most of mine. As they say, what they say, I have more days behind me than I have in front of me anyway.
Okay. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. All right, y'all. Any parting words anybody got to say? Cause we've been here for quite a minute. Anybody want to close it out with something? Just want to talk to the people, anything?
Yeah, I do. I want to close this out a little bit different tonight. And my friend said he wanted to stop by. Okay. He said he wanted to stop by and sing y'all a little something. Y'all want to hear it? Here we go. And as he sing this song, we gonna do our exit out, okay? All right, here we go. Miss Donetta, talk to the people, as Mario say. Oh my God. Thank you guys for joining in tonight. I hope that you have enjoyed the show. Just want to leave a little few things with you tonight. Don't ever bring anybody to no damn party if we didn't invite you, okay? And like Teddy says, it's all good loving somebody if you got somebody love you back.
What in the world is going on tonight?
I don't know.
What's going on with that one? Anyway,
What in the world is going on?
Making them holler for $1. Making them do something strange for a little change. Get paid, brothers. Get paid.
Man. Oh, well, pass it on to the next person, Lee J. Pass it on.
Miss Diane, you got something to say about that? You got something to say, Miss Diane? Go ahead. Let them know.
Well, I'm not going to touch that with a 10-foot pole. But I'll piggyback on the suicide information. If you have or know somebody that is saying that they want to harm themselves, whether it's true or not, just believe them and call the law. Call the suicide hotline. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Y'all be blessed out there. Too stressed to be blessed. Wait a minute. I said that wrong. Sorry. Too blessed to be stressed. That's too stressed to be blessed. I'm sorry, y'all. And I ain't even been drinking.
That's the problem.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
pass it on, Diane. Pass it on.
Miss Marlena, give me some
Meow.
of as
Now
we
I'm
exit.
now I'm telling y'all right now, them spouses ain't gonna save y'all from that fire because they the ones holding the insurance policy.
Mm.
Save your children. Save your children.
Wow. Okay. Marlena, you know what's next. Come on with it.
Y'all, it's time for us to go. So don't y'all forget to hit us up on all of our social medias avenues. And I guess we're gonna say good night. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once again, I hope that you guys have enjoyed the show. Don't forget to hit us up at a totalview22@gmail.com and check out the website totalview22.com. Get caught up on all the shows.
Yeah, except for we got a few more people need to say bye.
Oh, Mitch,
Janine.
Jadine.
Hope to see everybody again real soon.
And she
That's
also
my
told
story, and
y'all
I'm
that
sticking to it.
ain't nothing in this life free. Ain't nothing for free, right?
Right. Ain't nothing free.
$40 is not the minimum anymore.
I know that, right, Leah. All right, y'all. All right, cool. All right, good night. We want to tell y'all, thank y'all for hanging out. Everybody said it all. There's nothing left to be said. Thank you. We'll sign off for Mitch and we'll just say bye, y'all. That's it. Bye. I ain't got nothing to say.
Bye.